Do you want respect? Then stop acting like an insecure boy. True respect is something few people have, and even fewer know how to earn. Now, answer this: why do you settle for crumbs of validation? It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes. No matter how hard you try, it never fills up. And the more you seek others' approval, the more you lose yourself. Respect is for real men, those who know what they want and don't beg to be noticed. Look at your life and ask, do people respect you, or do they merely tolerate you? Respect doesn't come from being nice or pleasing everyone. It comes from what you can withstand, from the control you have over your own emotions. Yet many act like boys, reacting to every provocation, begging for recognition, trying to fit into a world that doesn't even care. Every time you give up what you believe in just to please someone, a part of you is lost. If this is your reality, it's time to change. Today, you're going to learn what separates respectable men from lost boys. We'll dive into what it means to have self-respect, to keep your balance when everyone around you has lost theirs. If you're tired of living in the shadows of others and want to finally become the person who commands respect, get ready. This video isn't for those who want to please. It's for those who want to conquer. Are you ready for this transformation? Imagine the emotional toll of always seeking approval, as if your worth depended on an opinion that never comes. It's like chasing a shadow you'll never catch. The more you try to please, the emptier you feel inside. The truth is, this constant need for validation wears down your self-image, weakens your self-respect, and hands control of your emotions to people who often don't even care. Have you felt that? Have you ever stopped to think about how much of your time is spent trying to fill a void that only grows? Now, picture yourself in an important meeting where you're the only one who stays calm while everyone else loses control. That's the kind of composure that commands real respect. But to achieve that, you have to let go of the need for validation from those around you. Many act on the impulse to please, which ends up showing insecurity rather than strength. The result? An endless cycle of anxiety and frustration, where other people's approval becomes your fuel. But this fuel is unstable. It burns fast and leaves you at the mercy of others. If you rely on others' acceptance, you'll never have control over yourself. And without control, there's no respect. Respect begins the moment you stop worrying about others' opinions and start acting based on your own values and principles. Think of all the times you changed your behavior just to avoid displeasing someone. Each of those moments, you gave up a piece of who you are, gradually erasing your essence. Does that make sense? The respect that truly matters begins the moment you choose to act according to what you believe, regardless of others' reactions. Here's the hard truth. The more you bend to please, the less you respect yourself. This shows in your stance, in your words, and eventually in how you see your own worth. It's like trying to fill a pool with a leaky bucket. There's never enough to satisfy that thirst. So, the question is, how long will you keep living this way, trying to meet expectations that aren't even your own? If you truly want to be respected, the path starts with the courage to abandon this need for approval and trust in who you are. Every time you give up a part of who you are to please others, a piece of you is lost. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself changing what you think, what you feel, just to avoid conflict or to get a hollow compliment? The truth is, by acting this way, you're handing over control of your emotions and self-respect to people who don't even know its value. And the result is inevitable. With each concession, your sense of self-worth diminishes, and others sense it. Boys give in. Men hold on to their essence. Boys seek acceptance. Men already have the confidence they need. Boys react. Men weigh their responses. The reality is that no one respects someone who's constantly adapting. People admire those who stand firm, who aren't easily swayed by what others think or expect. Many confuse this stance with arrogance when, in truth, it's a sign of strength, the strength to stay true to what they believe. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself if you really control your emotions, or if you're just pretending to have confidence that isn't there? Because pretending doesn't fool anyone. And each time you reshape yourself to please others, your lack of authenticity becomes even clearer. Aren't you tired of feeling like you constantly need to prove yourself? This need for acceptance is a trap that only weakens your image and erodes your self-respect. Respect isn't something you beg for or earn with words. It comes from consistency, from integrity, from being able to withstand pressure while remaining true to who you are. It's time to make a choice. Keep pleasing others and losing pieces of yourself, or stand firm and earn the respect you truly deserve. Want to change? Then start now. There's no excuse that can change reality. Either you control your emotions or they control you. Emotional control is like a key that opens doors where others see only obstacles. It's a skill few have mastered. It commands instant respect. The difference between a man who knows how to control his emotions and one who lets himself be led by them is clear, especially in moments of conflict. Think of a common situation. Someone criticizes you unfairly, and your first reaction is to retaliate. But a man who understands the power of emotional control doesn't respond that way. He breathes, assesses the situation, and chooses to respond calmly. This response not only disarms the aggressor but also makes it clear to everyone around that he's in control. Emotions are powerful forces that, when left unchecked, can drive us to act impulsively, often causing damage that can't always be undone. How many times have you said something in the heat of the moment that you later regretted? These outbursts don't go unnoticed. Each emotional flare-up diminishes the respect others have for you and erodes your self-confidence. To build solid emotional control, start with a simple practice. When you feel anger rising, take a deep breath and count to 3 before responding. This brief pause allows you to evaluate the situation and choose your reaction wisely instead of being driven by impulse. Imagine yourself in a heated debate, and while everyone else gets worked up, you maintain a calm, controlled demeanor. This kind of behavior not only sets you apart but inspires others to follow suit. When you act with logic instead of letting emotions take over, you send a clear message to the world. My emotions don't control me. I control them. This skill doesn't come overnight but can be developed with small, daily exercises in self-awareness and reflection. Another effective practice is daily reflection. At the end of each day, take 5 minutes to revisit moments when you found it hard to keep your composure. Ask yourself, what could I have done differently? This simple analysis strengthens your emotional intelligence, making control an increasingly natural choice. Consistency with this habit builds an inner strength that others quickly notice and respect. Over time, you become a pillar of stability and integrity, someone who doesn't waver easily. With this control, you'll be ready to face challenging conversations and situations, the ones most people avoid, where firmness is required to speak your truths and face conflicts head-on. Taking responsibility for your actions is one of the clearest demonstrations of respect and maturity. When you stop making excuses and accept the consequences of your choices, you show a strength that few possess. Picture a situation where you make a mistake at work. Many would try to justify their actions or blame external factors, but the person who owns up to the error and seeks a solution shows a rare level of self-respect and confidence. This attitude is what sets real men apart from those still caught up in excuses and empty justifications. Avoiding responsibility not only damages your image but also places you in a position of weakness. Every time you blame something or someone for your failures, you give up the power to learn and grow. To build a respectable life, adopt the mindset of always asking, what can I do to improve? Instead of, it wasn't my fault. This simple yet powerful shift transforms how others see you and, more importantly, how you view yourself. From the moment you stop blaming and start taking action, you strengthen your emotional control and show the world you have integrity. This commitment doesn't go unnoticed. When you take ownership of what you do and who you are, you create a cycle of respect and trust in your relationships. Those around you sense this mindset and, even if they don't say it, they feel they're in the presence of someone who values their own word and is willing to handle consequences. This responsibility you take on prepares you to face life's insults and provocations with calm and determination, keeping your respect and control intact. Reacting to insults is like handing over control of your emotions to someone else. And in doing so, you begin to lose respect for yourself. Every time you respond to a provocation, you give the other person the power to dictate your reactions. Stoic philosophy teaches us that by ignoring insults and maintaining calm, we show strength and self-confidence. Picture a situation where someone insults you publicly. Most people would immediately retaliate, feeling the need to defend their honor. But the man who understands the value of silence and self-control stands out. He rises above the provocation, unaffected. The impulse to respond to an offense is strong because, for many, it seems necessary to defend their own respect. However, what truly happens when you don't respond is far more powerful. You show that your emotions aren't for sale, that no one has the power to unsettle you. Self-respect grows stronger when you don't need to prove anything to others. Next time someone tries to insult you, try a simple response like, "I understand your perspective," and observe the effect. This response disarms the offender and creates an aura of respect around you. Controlling this urge to retaliate is one of the greatest exercises in self-confidence. When you can remain calm in the face of insults, you send a clear message. You are an emotional fortress, untouched by trivial provocations. Over time, the more you ignore others' attempts to throw you off balance, the more naturally you build the respect you seek. And with this strengthened respect, you're prepared to delve even deeper into transforming self-respect into a powerful force that guides your actions. Now that you understand what respect truly means, the question is, are you ready to take action? Respect isn't something earned with words, but with consistent actions and emotional control. So why not start today? Face a situation where you'd normally react impulsively and choose to remain calm. Notice the difference it makes in how people see you and, more importantly, in how you see yourself. And if you want to dive deeper into how to gain respect and make a lasting impact in your relationships, we have a special video for you. 7 psychological triggers to subtly invade her mind and make her obsessed with you. In this video, you'll discover techniques that connect directly to what we've discussed here about control and self-confidence, but applied to make your interactions unforgettable. Don't miss this chance to take your personal power to the next level.